Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. Today in this video I am going to talk about a system, how a system works, what is front end, what is back end, how they are connected. I will be talking about everything you need to know regarding a system. So without wasting your time, let's get started with the main video. First, before jumping into the main video, I want to take one example and I will be explaining each and every topic through this example. Let's take YouTube as an example. Okay, so now when we talk about a system, that system may be used from a lot of devices. Like YouTube has its own mobile application, like iOS application is there, Android application is there, so you may use YouTube through that mobile application. That is the first point. Second point is web browser. You may use one laptop or desktop, and in website you may use YouTube through that URL link, or you may use YouTube from your mobile through web browser. Like in your mobile, in Google Chrome, you have searched youtube.com. At that time the website will be opened, or you may use that website in a tablet. So there is mobile view, there is tablet view, there is the desktop view. So these are all the source from where the customer or the user will be using your product. Okay, then now let me tell about the system. If we take an example YouTube system, at that time this has three parts. The first one is the front end part, the second one is the back end part, and the third one is the database part. This back end and database both are same, but then also for understanding I am dividing this in two portions. So there is front end, there is back end, and there is the database. What you generally see, that is front end. Like you are using YouTube, so what interface you are watching, that this video is coming, this is coming, this is happening, what you see there, that is front end. Like the front portion of the YouTube, as like the front of a shop, there you will go, you want something, and from the inside that thing will come and they will provide to you. So this content is like the interface by which YouTube will be communicating with the general common people or the customer. The customer will come to this front end, and this is like a window, and in that window they will give all their query, what they want to see. Something will happen in the inside of the room, and then it will come back. Suppose you went to a shop, you want some sugar from there, you give the query that I want the sugar, something will happen inside that room, that query will be executing, and then one packet of sugar will come to you. So this is the main task of front end. Front end is like a window. The customer will come there and put their query, and they will be able to see regarding their query, that what they search, they will see that. So suppose this is the front end. In YouTube you come, so here you will see a lot of video is there. Suppose you want to see a video that how to be a software developer. So this is your query, you want to see a video in this topic. So what you will do, you will search on the search bar that how to become a software developer. So this is front end, and in front end you have given a query that how to be a software developer. So what this front end will do, this front end will contact with the back end and will tell the back end that the customer want this information, that how to become a software developer. That means the backend knows that if the customer want to become a software developer, that means I need to show some video where the YouTuber are telling about software engineering or telling about how to become a software developer. So that backend first will verify whether the person who is requesting that is a genuine person or not. Okay, now you may ask, I am going in YouTube and there I am searching. For every search there will be some result. So why to check that whether I am genuine or not? Let me give you another example. Suppose Facebook. In Facebook, in front end portion, you have given a query to visit one other's profile. At that time, the front end will send that request to backend, and the backend will see whether that person profile is locked or not, whether the person who is requesting he has the power to see or he has the access to see others profile or not. Suppose one person locked his profile and the person who is searching their profile, that person is not in their friend list. So at that time, they can only see the front, like they will not be able to see what is there or what photos is there inside that profile. They will only see what's their name, their profile picture and some little bit of stuff. But if he becomes the friend, at that time that person will be able to see the whole profile. So this is called access. The backend first verify whether that person has the access of that what they are querying or not. So let's come back to YouTube. In YouTube, first the backend will check whether that person has the access to see this video or not. So if no access is there, at that time the backend will directly send back to the request that this is not possible, this failure has happened. For this reason we will unable to proceed. So the front end will handle this portion, that if from backend this response come, then I will show this. So in this way front end and backend talks with each other. Suppose in backend that person has the access to see these videos or to search. So at that time in database a lot of video is there. Database means where that all the data is stored in the backend. So here the backend will send the request to the database that give me those videos where there is software engineering or the YouTuber told about how to become software engineer. So he will take all the data from the database. The backend will take that. And after taking that thing, then the backend will proceed that information. In this case, after getting those data, that there may not be proceed, but in general case there will be some proceed, like how to show that data, some sorting, or then this backend will send this information back to the front end. And this front end will show the information to the user or the customer. So what is happening? Front end is calling backend, backend will call database, database will give the data, and then this data will be sent to the front end as the response of that query. So I hope this is clear to you. Now let's take another example. Suppose in Facebook you want to open your new account. Take Facebook as an example. You want to open your account. So at that time you go in Facebook front end. In front end you are giving some query, like if you are filling away form that this is my mobile number, this is my email application, this is my name, and blah blah blah. These are the steps or these are the thing I have. So you have given the information in the front end of opening a Facebook account. At that time, this request will come to the backend that this person want to create a new account. And this backend what will do, will validate everything like your phone number, it will validate your email, it will validate whether @gmail.com or @something.com is there in your email or not. And after all these verification steps, if it thinks that yes, this account is following all the rules, at that time the backend will keep that data in the database. That backend will keep that data in the database. In the database, there may be three kinds of operations. One is storing data, one is getting data, and the another is updating data. I am giving three use cases. When you are creating your own account, that account has no information in the database. So at that time, this new account data will be inserted into the database. So this is creating a new row or creating or inserting data in the database. The next is updating the data. Suppose you updated some of your personal information in your Facebook account. At that time, this personal information will be updated in the database. The backend will update that data in the database. And the last thing is getting the data. Suppose you are watching what photos you have. At that time, your data will be fetched from the database and that will be sent back to the front end. So these are the three operations that one database can perform: creating new user profile, updating the user profile, and the last one is getting some user profile. So these are the three operations. Now the thing is that there is the backend, there is the database, and in front end there is a different type of version is there. Like there is the web version, there is the app version, different version is there, iOS version is there, and all this version will called this backend. This backend is called server. Yes, this backend plus this database, these both are called server. And in that server there will be some endpoint. For each and every query from the front end portion, one API will be called, and in that API some request will come, and as per the request some processing will be happening in the server, and after that processing the response will send back to the front end. For each and every operation there will be different type of API. Suppose in front end for creating a new Facebook profile there will be different API. For updating your Facebook profile there will be another different API. For getting others profile information to see others profile there will be another different API. Or for uploading some picture there will be another API. In backend there, or in this server, backend plus this database, in this server there will be a lot of endpoint where from the front end it will hit as per the request. The server has a huge set of endpoint, and as per the query the front end will hit those endpoint and will get the data. So this is the whole process. I hope you have got a clear understanding that how a system works, front end, back end, and database. If you have any query regarding this system or anything, you can come to me, you can comment out your problem, or you can directly talk with me in LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile link is there in description. So that was all for this video. If you like this video, please like this video, and if you want to see this face again and again and again, then please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon button to get all the notifications. Bye bye for this time. See you in the next video.